Thanks for joining me on my market report. My name is Mike, and this market report is on mortgage rates. What goes into daily impact of mortgage rates, whether they're trending upwards or downwards, sideways, unchanged. We don't get into rate quotes primarily because there's just too many variables that go into a rate quote, and there's just too many websites out there for that. So what we try to do is just kind of give you an idea of what's impacting them on a daily basis, whether it's economic data, if it's headline news, something that's influencing, and give you kind of a broad stroke view of it, where if they're going upwards or downwards on a weekly to maybe even a little bit longer term to get you prepared. So if you're in a position where you're looking to refinance or even looking at buying, you kind of have an idea where rates are going. So we're just trying to help you guys out, give you guys some ideas as to where things are moving in those terms. So if you guys are looking for any of that information, like you guys got questions about mortgage rates, got more questions about mortgage programs, about the process, looking to refinance or purchase and want somebody to look at. A little bit about myself is I am a loan officer. I do work with a national lender, so I'm here as a support. If we can certainly help you with those as well. We can get you guys pre-approved and buy your next property and finance it. We can also help you with your refinances. We can run the numbers for you to see if it might make sense. There's a lot of different solutions we've provided for people over the years, from trying to help them over their longer terms, maybe trying to retire early or perhaps become financially free, or there's different strategies we've utilized, including even college saving for college education for their kids. So without further ado, why don't we just jump right into this report, and we'll start with the economic data reported today. And today we got the initial jobless claims that we get every Thursday. So the previous report initially came in at 364,000 people applying for unemployment last week, or the last week's report. However, that got revised higher to 371,000. Forecast was calling for a dip down to 350. However, it went upwards a little bit down to 373,000 in this week's report. So these are actually obviously last week's report data and being reported today. However, if you look at the continued claims, you can see that it is dipping a little bit. We did have a slight revision a little bit to the higher side, but it did dip down to almost by 100,000 or 150,000 here, which is obviously good news for unemployment here. So let's move on to the headline news. Stocks are down today. It's taking its cue mostly from yields. We'll take a look at that in a bit, but for the most part, yields have been dropping like flies, which is good for mortgage rates. You'll see that in a bit. It's mostly being, a lot of people aren't really sure about why, but they believe it to be more of a technical. So it's kind of more of a pattern place as to the stage of the yields. They think it's overshooting itself. Some have been calling for, there's been some traders out there that thought we should be down to about closer to 1.25%. Again, you'll see that in a bit, but for the most part, it looks to be more of a technical level, technical reason or analysis that behind it, the pattern for yields to be dropping right now. And so this has been boding well for those who are in the process of refinancing or even buying a house with the lower rates we've been getting over the past week. Something else that's influencing the market is, of course, the Delta variant. There's been people have been kind of watching this and kind of getting concerned. Tokyo, or sounds like Japan, announced that they're going to have more strict measures coming in and may be restricting the Olympic Games to only with no fans, to just the athletes over there. So be prepared for that. And then we had the FOMC minutes release yesterday, so not a whole lot of news on there. Basically, just looked like it reiterated that the Fed, most people reading through it, looks like we could probably start seeing any talk of tapering, probably on pace of around September, and probably looking at the possibility at the earliest of any tapering maybe happening in November or even later, starting the tapering of the mortgage-backed securities as well as the yields. Again, not much more mention in regards to rate hike. They still haven't seen the jobs data that they want in order before they even talk about tapering. So that was also kind of mentioned in there. So for right now, they're watching. But one of the things about the stocks also is that, before there's a fear of inflation, now it looks like there's kind of also getting into the minds of them that maybe growth won't be as big as they thought it would be. So this is the present. Once we get past the bottleneck of this, it's possible we could see again more of a explosive growth, and then we could see yields spike further. A lot of investors still are pushing yields anywhere between 1.6 to 2% by end of this year, and that's where their projections are running. So just be cautious if you guys are out there looking, trying to float your rates, looking to buy or refinance. So speaking of today, this is where we are. We got some undecision here, so we're even down further, but we're even up higher. Right now we're up 17 basis points. So lenders are going to come out with a little better pricing today, which is obviously good news if you're in the market to buy for a mortgage, whether it's again purchase or rent, or purchasing or refinancing. We're seeing some better rates today. Yields, as we talked about, it dropped. We're even down to almost 1.25 right now. This is about the new level we're going to probably see right now, 1.25-ish range right here. And right now we're just under 1.3 at 1.29 right now, which is good news again for us as we see this downward trend of the yields. That big spike happening on Tuesday, and it just keeps happening further and further down. All right, folks. I hope that hope this was helpful for you guys. If you guys like the video, please smash that like button. It greatly helps out the channel. We appreciate you guys watching, and if you guys got any questions or anything we can do to help you guys out, please feel free to reach out. Just send us a message through the social media site, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. You guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's video. Bye-bye.